Hi. For today's mat class, we're going to focus on the shoulders. To start, I'll get you in a tall seated position. So either in a chair or on a bench, sitting on a box, something that's going to be stable and support you. You want to be careful. Some chairs, if you get too far forward on them, then they become less stable. I want you to find a chair or a seat where you can sit anywhere on the chair and you're going to be okay. So to start, coming to the edge of your seat where you can sit up on your sit bones, feet grounded on the floor, and then just taking a moment, if you're comfortable, closing your eyes and just bringing your attention to your breath. For this practice, you can have a normal breath. If you prefer, you can have an Ujjayi breath, so that even inhale, even exhale. Benefit of using the Ujjayi breath is as the diaphragm expands and recoils, it gently essentially massages that vagus nerve to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, that relaxation response in your body. While we're here, I'm going to ask you to think about 2 to 3 qualities that make you who you are. I want you to think about those 2 to 3 qualities and how they help you in what you've done so far in your life. So an example could be honesty. And so thinking of examples in your life when honesty has helped you. Another example could be courage. Other examples could be that you're kind, that you're determined, after you've thought of those 2 to 3 qualities and examples of how they've been beneficial in your life, bring your attention back to your breath. You can gently open your eyes. So the muscles in the upper body are generally smaller than the muscles in your lower body. So for some of them, we will be holding them more for 1 minute, maybe 1.5, as opposed to 2 minutes like we did for the hip exercises. So when you're ready, we'll start with pec stretches and opening across the front of your chest. So if you have a doorway or a wall, that's ideal. You can also do this on the floor. I'm not going to show that today, but if you know what I'm talking about, by all means, please feel free to incorporate that in as an alternative to what we're going to be doing. So for the pec stretches, we're going to pretend that this is our doorway. You can use the wall as well, but for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use the inside of the bookshelf. So to start, you might start with your hand low, about 45 degrees down, and then step forward, making sure that you're nice and open across the shoulder and the chest, and you're not rotating the shoulder down and forward. So coming forward, it's nice and open, and that might be a good pec stretch for you. Another option, so if this is the wall or the doorway, so this space here, that would be solid. So you're gonna go straight out, and then you might step forward again, nice and open. You're not pushing that the bone, the humerus, forward into the shoulder capsule. That might be a better back stretch, or you might bring the arm to 90 degrees and then step forward. Once again, making sure it's nice and open and you're not pushing that joint into the shoulder capsule. You're pushing the head of the humerus into the shoulder capsule. With this one, so whether your arm's down, straight out, or at 90, this one we're looking to get that stretch across pec major. So it touches to your sternum, across, and into the humerus, your arm bone. Checking in with your shoulders, making sure they're nice and relaxed and your upper traps aren't pulling out towards your ears. So when you're ready, you'll gently step back to let that release. Okay, and then option, if you're using a doorway, then it will just end up facing the other way. I'll end up coming to the other side, so that's facing away from you. So here, stepping forward, once again getting that stretch right across the shoulder and the chest. And that's again a reminder, so you can have the arm down here, and you might get a better stretch depending on what's going on with your shoulder. So whichever position, also if you wanted to do a straight arm, making sure that that space is nice and open. So if you're using a wall, you're going to be facing the wall. And I'll demonstrate that briefly after this. Gently step back, let that release. So the ones that I'm showing you, so like I said, pretending that this is the wall, this is actually what it would look like. So you're facing the wall and then turning away there. Same thing, so if you're 90 or a straight arm. Okay. So let's see what that looks like. Next, we're going to get more to pec minor. So two options, either straight arm up about 45 degrees. So either on the, if that was a door frame, or facing the wall like I just demonstrated, but then arm is up at 90. Keeping this nice and open, you're not rotating forward. With this one, you should feel a little bit more to the top of the shoulder. So pec minor, touching to the ribs here, and then coming up and across the top of the shoulder. Letting it back, just noticing the feelings, the sensations. If your arm at any point starts to go numb or fall asleep, please come out of the pose very slowly and gently. Also remembering finding a light to a moderate stretch. Often we hold tension in our neck and shoulders. So if we're finding that really intense stretch, it can be difficult to let that go when that's the intention of what these exercises are for. Stepping back, letting that arm release, and then going to the other side. Once again, get the arm up, stepping forward, finding that stretch across top there. So this, like I said, should feel different than the pec major stretch. Noticing if there's a difference from left to right. Gently stepping back, letting the arm release. Then we'll come back to seated. So while we're here, finding that tall seated position. So sitting on our sit bones, grounding down through our feet. Returning to our breath. Option to gently close your eyes if you'd like. And while we're here, I just want you to think about the qualities that you thought of at the beginning of this practice. And I want you to think about how you can use those qualities to grow in your life. An example could be, for me, so honesty is one of my qualities. And so how it might help me in my life is helping to strengthen relationships. What are your qualities? And what are some ways that they can help strengthen you? If you need more time, please take it. Next, we're going to move into the back of the shoulder. So we'll start crossing the right arm straight across. Actually, I'll go the opposite so it looks like I'm mirroring you. So right arm across, option to keep the arm straight or bent, whatever feels better for you. Then looking to feel that stretch in the back of the shoulder there. Just noticing how that feels. Checking in with the shoulders, watching that they're not lifting up towards the ears. So you might even push back a little bit into the stretch. Finding your breath. Noticing if any thoughts, feelings, emotions come up. Perfect, you can gently let that go. Taking a minute. If you'd like to roll out your shoulders in between, sometimes that can feel good to get some circulation and movement back there. When you're ready, we'll do the other side. So crossing over, left arm. Once again, that arm can be straight or bent, whatever feels best. Checking in with the shoulders. Notice if you're holding any tension in your face, neck, or jaw. An option just to notice that it's there or just let it go. It's not serving you. If you're ready to let it go, let it go. You have the choice. And if it's a matter of giving yourself permission, then that's a conversation that you can have with yourself. Sometimes it's a matter of saying to yourself that I give myself permission to let this go. Sometimes we don't think about it, and it's not until we do that we can do that. So I hope that works for you. Gently letting that go. When you're ready, we'll do triceps. Give the arms a little break for a couple seconds, so just focusing on the breath. And then when you're ready, so right arm up, so either holding to the elbow to get into the triceps, or cow face pose, where you're grasping your hands behind your back. So whichever option is best for you, you can move there now. So your head should be neutral and free. It shouldn't be like squished. If you do find that your arms get tired, option is so using that door frame or that wall, placing the elbow against the wall and then holding there. Find that it changes the stretch. You can also step into it if you need more. Gently moving out of that. And so option, stay in your chair and do what you're doing, or if you prefer using a wall or the door frame, please feel free to move there. And when you're ready, other side. Just noticing any falling sensations in that right arm. And then noticing how the left arm feels. Just feel it in the same place. Is it the same intensity? So reminder, we're going to that light to moderate stretch, not that really intense stretch. You want the body to be able to relax and let go. Letting that go. If you're off the wall, coming back to your chair. And next, we are going to move into the forearms. So first, we'll interlace the fingers if it's okay on your wrist, and push the palms away. Another option, one hand at a time. So you want to get into those flexors. So whatever feels best for you. You can also use a table. Point the fingers away from you or the floor, and that might be enough there. And if you haven't switched yet, please switch sides. If you're here, you can either keep holding. If you need to take a break in between, you can. Or if you did here. Okay, so gently letting that go. When you're ready, knuckles together, reaching your arms out to straighten your arms, keeping your knuckles together. Careful that your knuckles aren't coming apart. And then looking to get that stretch through the extensors. I like to roll, so from pinky finger all out to pointer, because you notice if I just put my knuckles together, they don't really fully go together. But as you roll, you'll notice too that you might feel it. Different muscles are tighter around there. Especially if you write a lot, if you type a lot, if you play an instrument, anything where you're using your hands and your fingers a lot, you might find your forearms get tight. Okay, and we'll gently let that go. Take your hands out if you like, roll your wrists. Next one we'll do, here we go, arms out, thumbs up, thumbs down, right over left, interlacing the fingers, bringing the arms through, and then straightening the arms out. If your arms are straight, which mine are not, if your arms are straight, you can start to lift your straight arms up towards the ceiling. And you should feel this in the wrist that's closest to you. Checking in with the breath. Noticing how your forearms are feeling. Noticing that sensation, especially in that right arm. When you're ready, gently letting that go. Just taking a minute to let that right wrist rebound. When you're ready, we'll move to the other side. So arms out, thumbs up, thumbs down, this time left over right. Interlacing the fingers. You might interlace the same way, or you might just move one over so that it feels weird that you're nice to, just to get a little bit different feel. Once again, it should be in the arm that's closest to you, straightening your arms out. If your arms are straight, you can start to lift up to the ceiling. And just bringing your attention back to your breath, noticing how the left feels in comparison to the right. Noticing where you're feeling it, what the feelings are, noticing if any emotions come up, any memories, any thoughts. A couple more breaths here. Gently letting that go. So grounding down through your sit bones, through your feet, sitting up nice and tall. Bring your attention back to your breath. While you're here, bring your attention back to your 2 to 3 qualities that you thought of at the beginning. And thinking about how you can use those qualities to help empower others. Might be through a conversation, It might be through something that you do that either directly or indirectly influences someone. It might be as simple as the qualities that make you who you are what drove you to what you do as a career. And through your career might be how you serve and empower others. Okay, from here, we're going to move into the neck. So bringing chin to chest. That might be enough there. If you'd like, you can rest your hands on your head, but please never pull on your head. Those muscles are fairly small, and it doesn't take a lot of pressure to necessarily strain those muscles. Also, if you could, you might notice that just through your neck, you might notice the stretch come all the way down your spine. So just observing how does it feel? Where do you feel it? Are there any thoughts, feelings that come up? Noticing if there's any tension that you can let go of. Gently release the hands if your hands are on your head, gently bringing the head back up to center. We're going to bring right ear to right shoulder, staying nice and stable through your sit bones, strong through your feet. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Option to rest your hand on your head. Also option to reach that left arm away or bring it behind your back. To get a little bit more stretch through those upper traps, or through that upper trap. Just finding your breath. Once again, that light to moderate stretch. If you can find that light to moderate stretch, after a few breaths, you should be able to go a little bit deeper. You want to give your body a safe place. Because if it's too intense, the body will protect and guard. So looking to ease into it. Next, we're going to bring the chin to shoulder. Feel that starts a little bit differently. If your arm is either straight out or behind your back, you should feel like getting a little bit into the left gap, the muscle that attaches your shoulder blade. Watching that you're not tipping over. Here, bringing the ear back to the shoulder, and then turning the chin up to the ceiling. Noticing if there's muscles that are working that should maybe be relaxed. And if that's the case, then gently coming out. And then resetting so ear to shoulder and chin up to the ceiling. Noticing what you feel. Noticing if there's one of those 3 lateral neck stretches that you felt more than the others. Or if they're all pretty intense. Or maybe you didn't feel much of anything at all. And gently coming back to center, rolling on the shoulders a bit. And then we'll go the other side. So ear to shoulder, you're reaching the arm out to the side, bring it behind your back, option to rest your hand on your head. Whatever feels best for you. Noticing if one side's tighter than the other, where you feel the stretch, same or different than the other side. The intensity is the same or different. And notice if any thoughts or feelings are associated with that. Maybe even memories. Okay, when you're ready, bringing the chin to shoulder. When you're ready, bring the ear back to shoulder, turning the chin up to the ceiling. Noticing how this feels compared to the other side. And gently letting that go. Coming back to center, just sitting up nice and tall on the sit bones, grounding down through the feet. If you'd like, closing your eyes. And while we're here, thinking of 3 things that you're grateful for, and thinking about why you're grateful for those 3 things. like to stay a bit longer, you're more than welcome to. After you've thought of the 3 things that you're grateful for and why you're grateful for them, we're going to move into a little bit of activation now. So we're going to go arms straight out, and then I want you to think of squeezing your shoulder blades together, so back and down. Move sideways. So it looks like is this. Let me take this off so you can see better. So noticing, so here, my shoulders, they level, they're not coming up here, so that's kind of hamstrung. So like this is not what we're looking for. So as you come, squeeze there, hold, and release. So looking to feel those muscles between the shoulder blades. If you feel it through your pecs, really, so think about letting that relax and then pulling through the back. Good, we'll do a few more. Good. Okay, so next we're going to move on to our hands and knees. Similar to there in the way that we're looking to stack the hips under the knees, wrists under your shoulders, and then from there, so neutral spine, so your body's not tucking under, but we're not just totally relaxing either. Again, lifting the belly up toward the spine, finding that length through the back. From here, we'll inhale, exhale, reaching out through one side, inhale, exhale, bring that arm back. Option to alternate or stick with the same side. If this is new for you, I recommend sticking with the same side so that your body will get a chance to learn the movement better. If you've done this before, you feel really confident, by all means, you're welcome to alternate sides. So we'll do 5 more on the right, and then I'll move to the left. If you're alternating, please feel free to continue to alternate. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keeping the opposite, the grounded arm, the stabilizing arm, really stable and open. And then other arm moves with ease. Good. Now from here, we're going to move into our final rest. If you don't have a place to lay down, you can go back to seated. So sitting on your sit bones, grounding down to your feet, And then bring your attention to your breath. If you have a place to lay down, personally, I find it easier to focus and to let go when I lay down, but some people just fall asleep. So if seated is better, by all means go there. If you have a meditation cushion, if you like to sit on your knees or even cross-legged, if that's comfortable, you can find your way there. And then we'll go from here. Go maybe into a Shavasana. Or if you like get a little bit to the groin, you can do incline butterfly. Whatever is best for you. Finding your best position. Bringing your attention to your breath. Letting go of any expectations, any tension that's no longer serving you, any thoughts, any emotions that are no longer serving you. Just let that melt away into the mat. And bring your attention to this moment. And let the feeling of love, of peace, of hope, and of light shine from within you. So that others might be empowered, so that others might be empowered by you from living your authentic self. When you're ready, start to bring your awareness back to the room. Come to lay on your right side. And when you're ready, you can use your arms to bring you up to a seated position. Thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them below, or feel free to reach out to me, either direct message me through Facebook, Instagram, or email me at tara@growYXE.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon.